Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you a POV in the lovely town down in Cornwall of St Ives. It's a lovely little place, a lot of great photography opportunities, but I am a little bit conflicted. What camera do I use? The Sony A7R4 or the Sony A6400? You know what? I'm going to choose Sony A6400. I reckon we can get a lot of great shots with this, and I'm going to be using the 24-70 f2.8 and the 85 f1.4. And also at the end of today's video, we are going to be having a look through the hashtag CP photos. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. Okay, so this is what we've got to work with today. This is St Ives. We've got some great opportunities with all the boats over there. We've got some absolutely beautiful blue seas, and we have also got some quite moody skies today, so a lot to work with. So let's start by going this way towards that old lighthouse over there. Looking forward to shooting with the A6400. I actually only brought it as a spare backup camera, but it is one of the best backup cameras you could ever have because it works so well as a main camera as well. What happens if we get a photograph for a seagull? We've got to. Cheers, dude. What about all the fishing nets? We can get a photo of them. I like that you can see that there's boats behind, but not 100% in focus. Spotted this frame here using these ladders. If I compose it about like that, center focusing points and focusing on the town, how about that? It's a nice little bit of framing actually. Photo of this person looking out. Just like that. I'm going to be probably switching from 85 a little bit later when I go into the town a little bit more. What about this frame right here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the lighthouse, focus on that. And you might not be able to see it, but I kind of like it with the stairs going up, and then you've got the lighthouse right there as well. Okay, we've got this really cool chain here. Look at all the textures and details on it going up to that boat right there. So I'm going to focus on the chain for the first shot, like that. I'm actually going to zoom into it because I really like just some of the textures and details on it. I mean, look at that. That looks pretty cool. Sorry, I was just taking a photograph of what you're doing there. It's really cool. Scribbling. Yeah, it could be anything, couldn't it? Art. It's all subjective, isn't it? It is. Well, enjoy yourself. What about a photograph like this angle here? I like this shot right here. I've seen through this window I can get a photograph of the lighthouse itself. So I'm going to jump it into manual focus. Focus on the lighthouse right there. I've got a bit of a contrast of yellow at the side as well, which looks pretty nice. And hopefully that is all in focus, exactly where I want it to be. I should really call this just a boat POV, because at the moment all I've presented you with pretty much is boats. And they're not even on the water. But interestingly, I do like this one for some reason. It just calls to me. Don't know why. But if I get the camera right low to the ground, focus on it like so. I like that, but oh, I've just got water in my socks. That was a mistake coming here. Okay, I've just noticed this reflection right here of this boat. I think it looks absolutely perfect. So I'm shooting at f3.2, 1320 per second, ISO 160, focusing on the boat, and we're getting that shot right there. I am quite satisfied with that. I'll take that. I like to get a photograph of these two boats on the road. I just like how they're angled. Again, I'm going to try and use this chain as a bit of a leading line. Don't really work for this particular shot, I don't think. But we got that angle right there. I think that looks pretty good, not gonna lie. It is a stark contrast to city photography, but sometimes it's good to challenge yourself in different environments and different places and shoot something you don't normally find yourself shooting. I'm gonna try and get over there to that vehicle that's picking up a boat, because I reckon that would look like a pretty good shot if we can get it. I'm going to try and get it splashing through the water here. Bring up the shutter speed, drop the aperture. That's cool. Look at that depth of field. I've currently got the 85 f1.4 on the Sony A6400. Now, because again, this is a full frame lens, it isn't an 85mm on the A6400, but hopefully we're going to be exploring into the town a bit more. We can get some great shots using this lens. I might pop down there again a little bit to get some different shots. I don't know. Let's just get exploring down that bit first. get people photos in restaurants next. That's what we can try and aim for. Like so. The street portraiture all over the place. I'm really digging this shot here with the 85. With all the boats and everything. Bringing down the aperture to f6.3. Bring down the shutter speed to about 160 for a second. And we've got that looks pretty cool. Jumping into center focus mode right here. Focusing on the people right there. Blocked by those people, but hopefully I did get one shot off there. Check out this reflection here. I noticed this reflection. Now I have got an issue here. I'm shooting at f1.4 and I'm actually going to have to bump it up to f2 because the A6400 only has 1/4000th of a second shutter speed maximum. But because it's an f1.4 ISO 100, even in daylight like this, the image can become slightly overexposed. So you just have to think about that if you're going to get an f1.4 lens with this camera. But that looks like a pretty cool reflection right there. I'm going to get it even lower. And what do you think of that? Oh, I love an 85mm. I think that is fantastic. Oh, I love a 24-70 because of the versatility, and it's a go-to lens that I'll use most of the time. But then when you slap on an 85, it is just such a stark contrast. I think, I notice anyway. It's become quickly one of my favourite lenses. I will be making a video about why everyone needs an 85mm lens in the near future. Probably once I've come off my hollybobs. We've got a photo of this dog. This dog's looking at us. Hello! Look at the dog looking at us, all curious like. That was a really cool shot of that dog actually. What a legend. Now here, this will be a good lens to play around with foregrounds with. So look here, I'm using this as a foreground, focusing on the boat behind at 85mm to produce that photograph. Wow, this 85. I'm probably gonna have to make a separate video on the Sigma 85mm lens because it is just so good. I've got an idea here. Okay, I'm putting my very expensive camera in this very disgusting boat, but for a very good reason. Watch this. This is a bit of product photography in a POV potentially. Alright, so this is what I've done right. I've literally put some dirty old ropes near my watch, put some sand near it, and we've got some really cool textures going on. So I'm going to take a photograph from above and get a really cool product shot. Alright, check this out now, okay? I'm going to go above the watch, shooting at 1/4000th of a second, f1.4, ISO 100, and we're getting a shot like that. We are focusing on the watch face using a center focusing point, and what do we think? I don't think that looks too bad. All right, check out this. We've got this really cool like frame going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for someone to walk through and take a photograph of them, using it as almost like a letterbox here. Oh, look at that. Oh, now that is cool. I think that works quite nicely, and it's sharp. Okay, so I have switched to the 24-70 very quickly just for this particular shot because I really do like the frame we've got going on right here. Look at that. Yes, that is ideal. Exactly what I was looking for. It's a really interesting frame and a really unique way of framing up the town. From a photography standpoint, I'm satisfied. And we can now get the shot of the fall I wanted, and that looks pretty good as well. I want to get a photograph of this couple walking on the beach. It looks so nice. Like that. See if we can get a photograph of this surfer with that building in the background. Like that, yes! I delivered on that one. That was really cool. Shot at 70mm. Wonderful. Okay, so that is video number 2 out of 3 from Cornwall complete. The last one will be out in a couple of days' time. I hope you enjoyed this POV with the Sony A6400. This camera is a little beast. You cannot go wrong with this camera. So before we end today's video, let's have a look through the hashtag CP photos. So we're going to start today with some greenery. We've got this Lamborghini shot by Lewis B Photography. That interior shot is pretty insane. Speaking of greenery, we've got some amazing wildlife shots by Bella. These deer shots are insane in Richmond Park, such detail, perfect shots. A deer is one of my favourite animals, just so majestic and beautiful. We're going to have a look at this one right here. I like this one by NDE.29R Photography. The framing on it is perfect right there. And I like this one by Camera the Lizard Photos. I spotted this one earlier and I just love the framing with the gherkin right there and the flowers. Such a good frame. This image right in the middle here by Paul, I really like that. Well, technically two images right here. I've always wanted to try this myself. I must give it a go one day. But I like the story kind of these two photos can tell, like with the couples, loneliness, but I also like the colour grading. The colour grading in these images remind me of a film, and that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so here I've spotted a McLaren that is nearly matching my t-shirt. I love that. That shot right there with the rain is cinematic. Oh, look at this one. We've got some shots from Barbados. Look at that sunset. Look at that sky. Sean Stills, pretty good shots like there. Okay, and we're going to have a look at one more photograph today, and oh, I see some go-karts. Pete Weidman photos. I like these. These are good shots right here. Anyone else see the Russian Grand Prix? Poor Lando Norris. He should have won that race. I was gutted for him. But Pete, these are fantastic shots. Thank you for using the hashtag. And that's all the photographs we're going to be looking at in today's video. I hope you have enjoyed this POV. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. It'd be deeply appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one on the Friday. Peace.